Here are the 3 foods that I would never eat. This one's gonna be fun. So if you've been online, you've probably seen people making random lists of foods that they would never eat. And these lists are typically absurd and useless. Because yes, some of these foods may contribute to worse health outcomes if they're eaten in excess. But eaten in moderation, and if you maintain a healthy diet, you can eat almost anything. There have been people that have followed an extremely strict Twinkie diet that was supplemented with whey protein in order to hit their protein goals, and exhibited profound weight loss and extreme improvements in their metabolic profile on blood work. Because you can eat anything given that you maintain a healthy body composition. And yes, some foods like candy and liquid calories do make it a little bit easier to overeat. But if you can include them and maintain a healthy body composition, you don't need to avoid them. But there are 3 foods that I do my best to avoid. The first is going to be raw kidney beans. Raw kidney beans contain a very high level of a specific anti-nutrient called phytic acid. Cooking the kidney beans and other phytic acid-rich foods like oats removes most of, if not all, of the phytic acid. But eating raw kidney beans can cause profound digestive distress and can also inhibit the absorption of some vital micronutrients, including things like iron, zinc, magnesium, and calcium. I personally don't eat any beans, not that there's anything wrong with them, but I personally don't enjoy them, and I don't find much nutritional value in them. However, if you're going to eat them, try and cook them as thoroughly as possible. And for better digestibility, I recommend doing the same thing with grains, legumes, and vegetables, because all of the anti-nutrients you may hear about contained in vegetables can often be deactivated or removed simply by cooking. The next food that I do my best to avoid are extremely large fish. These include things like king mackerel and shark, because extremely large fish have the highest levels of heavy metals. This is because heavy metals accumulate inside of fish. The small fish have a small amount of heavy metals, and the fish that eat the small fish accumulate the heavy metals found in these fish. So medium fish have more than small fish, and when the big fish eat a lot of the medium fish, they'll develop all of the heavy metals inside of the medium fish. So, in essence, the largest fish have the most amount of heavy metals. And I personally have had a run-in with heavy metal toxicity simply from eating a profound amount of tuna. This was when I didn't know as much about heavy metals and didn't know that if I simply just took selenium alongside eating tuna, I could reduce the amount of mercury that I absorbed. The third food that I won't eat is polar bear liver. And this is because it is so profoundly high in vitamin A that eating the liver of a polar bear can actually give you so much vitamin A that you become vitamin A toxic. So I'd recommend staying away from polar bear liver. So I hope you found this video informative, and I encourage you to stay away from these 3 foods. And if you want to learn more about how to upgrade your health and energy, and how to figure out what is and isn't true online, send me a DM and we'll set up a consultation.